What about Rose for the Baby Truther show? She wants to. Maybe not. Sorry.
This is GNN, the Global News Network, reporting the truth for as long as the Earth has been spinning. This is GNN, the Global News Network, reporting the truth for as long as the Earth has been spinning.
And welcome everybody to GNN. It is the Global News Network where we have been reporting the truth for as long as the Earth has been spinning. I am your anchor, Normal. To my right, we have Alexander Truthstein. Alexander, thank you for joining us.
It's always a pleasure. You know, in this
Indeed.
day and age, with a lot of the misinformation out there, I'm happy that people can come here and hear the truth. And that's what we try to talk about, the truth and only the truth. And guys, guess what? Sometimes the truth hurts. So put on your big boy panties. Come and get some of this truth sauce to go with your buffalo wings of truth.
Oh, well said. And to your right, we have Baller Dave. Baller, how are you this morning?
What's going on, guys? How you doing today? Beautiful day here in sunny Northeast.
Nice. Is that our weather report for the day?
That's it.
Sunny. Guys, we have an exclusive today. I don't know if you... Oh, good. I didn't know if you were going to do that. That's good.
Delta variant. Yes, I forgot to have it on. I didn't realize we were live yet. I apologize. I thought we were still in the pre-production stages.
Well,
of the show.
David and I have gone with the yard guard technique. So
I did 2 cans today.
2? Nice.
And what else I did is all of the corners of my room,
right,
where things could, come through the, with
cracks,
just the tape is, I used pure DDT.
Oh, nice.
Smart. It's
Yeah.
smart.
It's a good idea.
That's really healthy. Hey guys, but I want to start the show off. Can
Please.
I start the show off with an impression? I want to do an impression. Are you guys ready for this?
I will allow it.
Okay. 1 second.
Look at the earth behind him. That's beautiful.
Hey guys, I'm Joe Rogan, and I feel great. I had COVID-19 and I'm all healed. Do you guys want to go MMA fight?
That is so funny. I mean, he's gonna die. I mean, this is what happens. Yeah. I mean, when you can't take horse pills and think you're gonna live. It's just
Joe Rogan took horse dewormer. What an idiot! I mean, look at me. I'm a smart guy. He is a horse. A horse's ass.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It just these people are gonna be dropping dead. You can't listen to that guy. He's an idiot. That's what he is.
One of the worst. And we got to talk about a lot of stuff. I don't even
Wait a minute. Stop. He might be an idiot, but he is a teller of the truth. I mean, if you look at all the guests he's on, he's had Neil deGrasse Tyson on. He's had all sorts of doctors on. He's pushing the truth.
But he's dangerous, Dave. He's dangerous.
He's dangerous.
Yeah.
He's alt-right.
Okay.
He's alt-right. He's January 6th organized.
He questioned. I've heard him question masks, whether healthy young adults. Whether or not healthy. You look into it, Dave. Whether or not healthy young adults should be, whether they need the vaccine or not, or whether their immune system is alone enough. I'm not going to stand for that.
Yeah, he does all kind of crap like that.
My
David.
blood pressure is rising already.
I don't mean to cuss on the air, but yes, he does stuff like that all the time. It's insane.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous. But I wanted to show you this real quick. We're going to go here. We can tune back and forth, because really what we're about to see is the pinnacle of science in the globe Earth today. Okay? It doesn't get any better than this, is what I'm trying to say. We're going to go live right now. You won't believe this. To the International Space Station, where they're currently conducting a spacewalk.
This is live right now?
This is live right now. This is actually happening in the sky above you. And it may look like water. Don't pay any attention to that.
Speaking of water, I'm going to put my mask on my chin to drink some water. I'm very parched. It's hard. It's very.
Is there anybody else in the house, though?
No, there is no body
Okay.
except for the cats.
All
I just
out
don't want to
there.
get the cat. I'm only wearing the mask, so I don't get the
Do you let
cats.
the cats outside?
Very rarely, a little bit.
I wouldn't. Not
I
when
have
there's-
to. I know, but they gotta go. They call the shots. Listen, this isn't the cat show. This is a news show. Let's keep it.
Yeah, I feel like you're not being. I don't know. I feel like you're not being safe. Not-
This is live right now, Jaron?
from right. Norm. Yeah, Norm says it's live right now. From
Norm
from
is
space.
live. Yeah,
Oh.
we're live.
Look at this. I mean,
Yes.
it's so crazy how it looks like water to me. But that's what. It's just the way. Remember when Elon Musk sent the car up there and he said that it looked ridiculous, but it's because of the way colors are displayed in space. That's what makes it different. That's why it looks kind of fake, but it's because of the colors and there's no atmosphere to brighten the.
What are they doing on this trip?
Oh, they've got to reroute some cables. They're going to run this cable here. Oh, look at the ball Earth. This is why when
Look, it's so round. It's so beautiful.
It's exactly like the one behind you, Alexander.
It is, and it's so beautiful, and you can just tell it was all a cosmic accident. We're so lucky to, just lucky that it blew up like that.
And you know how the water stays on the globe, obviously. A lot of people get confused. They question that, but it's gravity, right? Gravity's pulling all that water towards the middle of it. It's amazing.
Of course it does.
So we'll have to, we can go back and forth and tune into this because I think that, this is
Speaking of,
this is exciting.
I have an article though. See, why you say that? I have a breaking news article that tells a little different story. While they're doing a spacewalk.
Norm, is there any audio with that when we go back to it
Sure,
next?
let's have the audio. There you go. It's weird. It kind of sounds like it's water, but I'm just saying.
Guys,
how it sounds.
hey, I'm here alone and I'm feeling just a little faint. So if anything happens, make sure to. I'm in Dallas, Texas, just so you guys.
We know where you live.
I
We have
am
your
here
address.
alone.
Okay.
And the cats can't. My life alert button. I didn't pay for the service this month, so when I press it, nobody reacts. So
You should be okay.
I should be fine. I just feel really faint and my
Wait.
nose is bleeding.
Wait, how many boosters have you had?
I've had my fourth, but I'm immunocompromised, so that's why I'm eligible.
Oh, I think you're safe after like 6.
How goes it?
I don't know if I feel protected.
How goes
Not
it?
too bad.
That's
But the cable clamp, the wire tie,
yeah. See, cable clamps
unintelligible.
and unintelligible.
Wow, you would think they would be using more complex wording.
Well,
And the reel
it's like scientific. It's hard to explain.
is not spinning right. It's a little bit too short.
Yeah. I mean, this is amazing.
Would you like me to attach it to the adjustable so that you could have a little bit more slack and you
This
could
is awesome. What
work
they-
a little bit better with it?
What they did
well,
at this
it
place,
is
which it hasn't been done on Earth really yet, but they'll do it soon, is all the things that you need to change and swap out,
The bolt tether.
put them on the outside of the craft.
And you can.
And this
That's
way-
why they need the space on the inside, Jaron. If all this was on the inside, where would the astronauts go?
Exactly. And then it makes you so you put on the suit, and then you have to take the suit out and then go fix it. It's easy.
Norm, anyone that denies this is a science denier. Period.
Yeah, they probably
you-
are a Trump humper. I'm guessing they were part of the insurrection. Pretty much guaranteed. They
it's-
probably believe in Q.
Yeah, they're January 6th. Let me tell you something. This is so clear. Just like Elon said, it's real because it looks so fake. And I mean, even though it looks like it's underwater, that's impossible, guys. That we would know. People would be leaked. So obviously, this
Yeah,
is
you would
going
see
17,000
bubbles in space if it was in water.
This is very clearly going 17,500 miles an hour in the nothingness vacuum of space, going 5 miles a second. It's arguably.
you can't-
It doesn't matter how fast they're going.
Yeah, they go any
Look at
speed.
that watch.
Alexander.
Look how cool that watch is. That watch is so awesome.
Everything that they're doing is awesome, really.
I want that space watch so bad.
I think that we should go around to all schools.
Oh, that's a mirror. Is that the space mirror?
Yeah, he's got to be able to see behind him. I think we should go to all schools, talk to all children, and get them really excited about one day becoming a hero and doing what this man's doing right now, running this cable to the new junction.
Look at the other person. Almost looks like a doll or something. So still.
Yeah, they just sit still there, and you'll never see stars over there. It's overexposed. The big ball blue Earth is spinning in space.
It's
flying.
too bright.
Yes,
There's
too
no
bright.
possible way to see stars.
No, it's too bright. These solar panels, though, are amazing. Qualities. They've been on there for 20 years. and just supplying all those computers. You ever see how many computers they have to power and all the lights? And it's as big as a football stadium, they say. It's just amazing to me.
Do you think they have iPads?
You know,
Do they have iPads?
Darren, there's
Several.
hidden tech. No. I mean, Norm. Sorry,
Yes.
I keep calling you my friend's name for some reason because you guys look alike. The solar panels here on Earth have degrade very quickly over the course of 20 years. They lose a lot of power. NASA must have some amazing technology that they just haven't shared yet with the main people here on Earth.
Duh. Oh, look at that! Items floating around in the space vacuum. Yeah, this is. I mean, it's good that they televise this too, so that we can see how hard space is. Otherwise,
Thank God they're not in my vacuum cleaner. There's a lot of cat hair. They would have issues breathing.
that's a good thing that they're in the other one.
Do you guys ever get nosebleeds from wearing your mask? Because my nose is really bleeding really bad, and my mouth has seemed to be bleeding. But is that normal?
I think it's normal. It's part of the. They would have put it on the insert if there was an insert, but they didn't have. They rushed it out, and so it's going to be on the insert eventually. It's a known side effect. But
It shows that it's working.
how much worse would it be if you had COVID right now? That's what you have to think about. How much worse
That's
would it be right
true.
now? You'd be on a ventilator, in a hospital, and on your last breath.
I do feel like I'm gonna faint, but I feel fine.
But
I feel fine.
how much worse would you feel if you had COVID right now?
Oh, I'd be on a ventilator.
Before Alexander passes out, Alexander, do you have some stories you want to share with
Let's
us?
go.
yeah,
Go ahead.
well,
We'll
that's
come
what-
back to this. We'll come back because I'm sure it's going to get better.
Well, I have a very space-related story of that same exact vessel that they seem to be able to do a spacewalk. They're having issues. I have a share screen going on.
Go ahead.
Unfortunately, this mask kind of smells like Skybear's bottom area. I don't know why that is, and it's not very pleasant. Okay. It's not sharing correctly.
Oh, sorry. I'll fix it.
Let's see.
Go ahead, though.
Okay, smoke alarm goes off on International Space Station as astronauts smell burning. Incident is latest to affect Russia's segment of the space station. Wow, guys, the smoke alarm sounded Thursday, guys. This is
Wow, what?
Thursday. Yes, in Russia's segment of the International Space Station, astronauts smelled burning on board. Do you think they were smoking cigarettes?
I wonder if
Russia's
that's what they're fixing right now. Maybe that's why they're doing the spacewalk to fix the fire.
I don't know. I believe Putin might be rigging the International Space Station. This could be some sort of tomfoolery, like when he
I wouldn't doubt it.
interfered in the elections. But let me just read a little more. The incident, which the Russian space agency Roscosmos, I can't read that. Roscosmos, is that how I said it?
You nailed it.
correctly?
You nailed it.
Said at 1:55, I don't know, gigantic mountain time ahead of the scheduled spacewalk is the latest in a string of problems to spur safety concerns over conditions on the Russian segment. It would be the Russian segment that would be wrong. That would be of course, the part that Vladimir is part of.
Wow, that is just a piece of engineering technology I can't.
Look how
even
beautiful.
fathom.
A smoke detector was triggered in the Zvezda service module of the Russian segment of the International Space Station during automatic battery charging, and an alarm went off, Roscosmos said in a statement. French astronaut Thomas Pesquet said the smell of burning plastic or electronic equipment wafted to the U.S. segment of the station. Russian state news agency RIA Novosti reported, citing a NASA broadcast. The Russian crew turned on a filter, and after the air was cleaned up, the astronauts went back to sleep.
They should ask an astronaut.
Wow,
They should ask him what would happen if there's a leak. Like, I wonder what they would do.
they put tape on it, and
Well,
that's all it takes. Jaron, it's
If
not
there's
that
a leak, there's a
complicated.
leak, Jaron.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
just
like
would
an
like to know.
airplane.
It would be cool if like one of the astronauts would just tell like what is the procedure. I was just wondering, but
Jaron, have you ever seen a skydiver?
You
they
mean
jump out of
Norm? My friend is Jaron.
I mean,
Call
Norm,
him
sorry.
Norm.
Jaron doesn't wear
Yes,
glasses.
excuse me, Norm. Norm, have you ever seen a skydiver? They're on an airplane with a huge open door. It's not. They can open the door and stuff on the International Space Station. It's not that big. I mean, it's not that big a deal. There's nothing out there. It's like walking in a room of nothing.
Oh, I thought. Oh, maybe I don't understand space. I get that because there's really intelligent people, clever people who understand it.
Norm, the commercial. I have a question. The commercial pilots that fly, not commercial pilots, like jet fighter pilots,
Yes.
that are flying at 70,000 feet. If they get a tiny little hole in their space in their suit, their blood will boil. Okay, so why aren't they nervous on the space station? Is it just the construction? Is this that much safer? What's going
compressed
on?
air. It's the compression system. It's the
Yes,
state of the art compression system that can filter out any sort of influential air that might mess with the systems. It's state of the art stuff.
And one
It was
is
built about
one is NASA,
25 years ago.
One is NASA, and one is Boeing or one of these other. There's no comparison. You're comparing apples and oranges here. NASA.
They just have, how many engineers do you think they have that design that?
Probably 14,000.
14,000. That would be pretty safe.
Yeah, 14 or 15, I think. 15,000. And that's why it's safe. And when you have that many engineers all putting their heads together, you're going to get the technological marvel that is the ISS. That's the way I look at it. But if it's going to burn down, I'm just wondering if you're right about the sabotage by Putin. He's attacking the United States at every possible turn. The meddling in the election, and now this, the sabotage of the ISS.
I don't want to wear my tinfoil hat, but the scuttlebutt
Please don't.
Russia is working to sabotage the International Space Station and take over and work together with the Chinese on the new Chinese space station, and they will exclude America, and then they'll have control of space, and then they'll
so
have
you're
moon
saying they're going
domination.
to get to the moon next? They're going to win the second space race, is what you're saying?
Oh, for sure, no doubt. But I mean, I'm still red, white, and blue American all the way through. But I'm just losing a little hope.
I'm not going to be able to sleep until there's a woman and a black man or a black woman on the moon from the United States, because it's right now it's racist.
I'm not going to sleep till they have a George Floyd memorial on the moon, because if we don't memorialize him on there, where should we memorialize him? He deserves it.
I wouldn't sleep at all if I was on the space station. I would just stay awake the whole time because I would just be too excited. So amazing.
It's amazing. Just looking out the window. Go ahead, Alexander. You can go with the next story if you want.
Okay. Well,
is everything safe though? Everybody's good. Nobody's sick. Nobody's got the. Oh man, what if COVID wafted up there and came in through whatever crack? Oh man, this is. Are they going to be tested?
Get a lot of. It's the NFL season. They get a lot of football jerseys. They're about to get a Dallas Cowboys jersey. What if somebody coughs on it in the manufacturer, and then they send it there, and they don't use proper CDC guidelines because they're coming out of like Kazakhstan or wherever. You never know. Now we got a freaking.
So really, if that leaks out in space, ends up on Mars and Jupiter, then we can actually say that the solar system has been infected by the unvaccinated.
Well, that actually might help the aliens if they were able to get access to our vaccination program. Then that actually might help.
You're right.
them.
They're probably looking for it. They probably have people dying from COVID left and right. They don't have the vaccines that our scientists have made yet. You're right. This is going to help them.
Okay, so I hate to start off with this because we've got some gossip, we got some celebrity gossip, but of course, because of David's past, we have to. And I am a social justice warrior. Amazon program manager has been reportedly fired after screaming abuse at fellow Amazon delivery.
Oh, I heard this. I don't know if I can listen.
Listen, dropping off a package at his home. Delivery man Nicholas Mayrant claims he was racially abused when delivering a package to fellow Amazon worker Brad Boyden in Cornelius, North Carolina. As he was screamed at by Boyden on the front lawn, video footage of the incident captured by a Ring doorbell shows Boyden yelling at Mayrant for walking on the lawn while apparently speaking on the phone with another Amazon manager to complain about the delivery. Mayrant claims the doorbell footage also shows Boyden calling him the N-word several times. Okay, so listen, this is an Amazon.
He calls him a nobody right in front of his face.
Yes, look at this, and he doesn't say nobody. Let's watch this. There's going to be an annoying commercial. But
the other word, the other N-word.
Yeah, listen, the one that.
I thought it was nobody.
Listen to this. No, this word is the most evil word there. Okay, hold on. Let me start from the beginning.
Away.
Why is it hard? Hold on.
Dude, on the grass too? Seriously? Do you not know any of the policies?
Look at the grass. I'm walking on grass.
Nader.
Just like everyone else.
What did he? Let's watch that again. Let's see that. We gotta.
Why choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number?
I think that what he said
every new day
was
starts the night before.
Is this in Colorado? Is it in Colorado? Because he could be calling the mascot for the Colorado Rockies. His name's
that's
Dinger.
true. Because he might have saw him.
Dinger
might have saw the
across
mascot.
the street.
Wait, what if that's what it was?
Because you can tell he's walking after. He sees Dinger. That's what it is. You can see he's walking towards the sidewalk. He's like Dinger. He's getting his attention.
Let's see.
If it's in Colorado. If it's not, maybe the mascot traveled to an away game.
I told you 7 times. Walk the away. Dude, on the grass too? Seriously? Do you not know any of the policies?
Look at the grass.
And then he sees Dinger.
Nader.
Just like everyone else.
Yep.
Wow, that's really.
It's not as bad as you think.
And so he got fired. He got fired for that. Now on the flip side, because we want to be unbiased.
But
now there's another racially motivated attack. GOP candidate Larry Elder claims a security detail was shot with a pellet gun after a woman in gorilla mask threw eggs at him. California Governor hopeful Larry Elder has claimed that a security detail was physically assaulted, shot with a pellet gun, and hit with projectiles during a campaign stop in Los Angeles on Wednesday. Oh gosh, I thought I almost fainted. Sorry. Whoa, my nose is really starting to bleed, guys, but I'm fine.
Keep the mask on, though.
Yes, okay. The GOP candidate was touring a homeless encampment on Venice Beach when he was confronted by protesters who threw eggs at him and shouted abuse. The event was quickly halted, and Elder was escorted away to a waiting SUV. So let me show you the footage. The footage is quite interesting. Hold on, let me go. The footage is right here. Of course, we can only use the footage like this. Let me have it right here. Watch full video. Sorry, guys. You know, sometimes the resources we use.
This is a live program. By the way.
You know, it's not easy. That's all all I can say is that we're constantly moving and shaking. And listen, I'm out here bleeding for you guys. I'm literally losing alarming amount of blood. Mm-hmm. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Look at this woman in a monkey mask. Throwing eggs.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. That's an assassination attempt.
Take your goddamn hands off me. Don't touch me again. Don't touch me again. Don't touch me again. I'll pop him in the motherfucker.
Wow.
The language.
Man.
I know. But Larry Elder is a white supremacist. So she is
At
right.
Safe Flight Auto Glass, we're committed to taking care of you.
Is that a race hate crime?
She's in the right if you think about it, because Larry Elder is a white supremacist.
Well, and he's a piece of garbage. You know, he told people he doesn't think that young people should have to wear masks at school.
That's terrible. Yeah, this guy deserves, and that's why we have to keep Newsom in at all costs. So everybody, vote no on the recall.
Please
vote no. Please hurry. If you're in California, I know Jaren's voted no. Make sure if you have your housekeeper's ballot, maybe go get that and vote no for her.
I would.
She might not know. Yeah,
I would. Whatever you got to do, because the only thing that's going to get us through this is lockdowns and harsh rules, mask mandates, and COVID passes. That's and I
get your damn vaccines.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Okay, guys, now to the celebrity gossip portion of the Global News Network, you know, the portion that I like so much. Yes, Howard Stern, my hero, laughs as he mocks the slew of right-wing radio hosts who have died from COVID after preaching against the vaccine, as he calls for the shot to be mandatory. Isn't that awesome?
Love this guy.
Yes, Howard Stern says mandatory vaccines, and I agree with him. Longtime radio host and media personality Howard Stern laughed as he mocked a string of right-wing radio hosts who had died after publicly stating their opposition to forced vaccine and mask mandates.
Get what they get. That's what you get.
That's what they get, and Howard knows it. And listen, in that matches. Just look at this. Jimmy Kimmel said the same thing. Rest in peace, Wheezy.
Right.
Jimmy Kimmel takes jab at unvaccinated Americans, saying they should not get ICU beds in the hospital.
Who could disagree with Jimmy Kimmel there, though? Nobody.
No, I don't know. If you're unvaccinated, you shouldn't get any sort of health care in the United States. You should have to go to Mexico or Canada where they accept vagrants.
I don't even know if I would put that on those countries, but.
Well, I mean, they are a health risk. But Jimmy Kimmel wasted no time sparking controversy in his return to television Tuesday as the late-night host said unvaccinated patients should be deprived of getting ICU beds. Dr. Fauci said that if hospitals get any more overcrowded, they're going to have to make some very tough choices about who gets an ICU bed, Kimmel began, noting that the number of new COVID cases is up more than 300% from last year. Wow, I wonder why it's up 300% from last year and we're doing all the right things. That's crazy. That choice doesn't seem so tough to me. A vaccinated person.
The virus is really strong, Alexander. To answer your question, just make sure you understand that.
It is strong, no doubt about it. But a vaccinated person having a heart attack, yes, come on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo, rest in peace, Wheezy.
Joe Rogan.
Look at him. Let's watch it. Here you have it. Here.
Does he? Does he cry here?
Yeah, he does cry a lot.
Yeah, he usually cries. That's how I know when he's being real, is when he cries, sheds a tear for gunshot victims and stuff, racism.
He's a really brave person. Being a broadcaster is not easy.
No, go ahead. I would love to hear him, though.
And when I left, I assumed things would be back to normal when I got back. I thought we'd have, full audience with no masks. I was ready to get back to French kissing the guests. And here we are, masks, half an audience. I leave you people alone for 2 months. You start taking horseworm medicine? What a weird
idiots.
Summer. Britney is free and every woman in the state of Texas isn't. It's, this was the second year I took the
His
summer
jokes
off.
are so funny.
It wasn't as secretly
so funny.
I had guest hosts lined up, and yet people still were confused. These are comments from YouTube, a fraction of the many expressions of concern, starting to get worried. Where's Jimmy?
Think of how
Seriously, though,
think of how
where the hell
dumb
did
he
Jimmy
was
go?
before. He used to be
Jimmy's
the host
still
of that show, The Man Show, and then he smartened up. Then somebody got to him.
Crude.
Oh yeah, somebody got to him and was like, "You need to talk about the truth and school shootings and stuff." And that's how he got this job. Amazing.
Well, we got a long. It's going to take a while to find exactly where he said it, but I just want to say Howard Stern and Jimmy Kimmel. Maybe why at the end of the show I'll have it keyed up where you can hear it. But Jimmy Kimmel and Howard Stern are both so brave. I know they're both, have like $100 million and that they're, wealthy beyond their years, but they know better than us because they have so much more to lose than us. So whatever they say, we should take their advice 100%.
For sure.
What do you think about that, David?
Get vaccinated, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching the show.
What's the question, Alexander?
What do you think about Howard Stern and Jimmy Kimmel telling people that aren't vaccinated that they shouldn't get medical treatment?
Thank God somebody with a large voice like that is speaking out. I agree. If you're not vaccinated, you should not go to the hospital. You should not be admitted to ICU, and you should not be allowed to have a ventilator.
I love rules. And speaking of rules, we have Patton Oswalt, guys. Canceled
love this
shows.
guy.
Look at this. This is awesome, Norm. You're gonna love this.
He's my spirit animal. My spirit animal, really. Patton
He's
Oswalt.
so smart. He's sending the message.
Yeah.
Patton Oswalt cancels shows in Florida and Utah after venues failed to comply with his COVID request.
Yeah, that's horseshit, man. I mean, if this guy's going to go and he's going to tell jokes on the stage, everybody in that arena better not have any chance of getting him sick. That's. I mean, I'm disgusted by people who would think you can just go. You have the freedom, you have the liberty. You're some sort of constitutionalist that think you can just go to these events willy-nilly and not care about the safety and health of others. It's disgusting.
Well, I'm creating a new thing. You've heard of anti-vaxxers. Well, I'm coming after the anti-mandators. If you're against mandates, the only way we can get through to this is mandation, because everybody's a liar. Everybody's full of it. So if we don't mandate this stuff, and we make rules and punishment for people not complying, we're really never going to have a peaceful, existence.
Yeah. Once it's jail time for not wearing a mask, we'll see how many of these Trumpers are out there not wearing masks. They'll all be behind bars. It'll be the greatest day in the history of the world. But we shouldn't even have to pay for them to be in jail, or we'll have to find some sort of cheap.
What about work camps?
That'll work.
Yeah, I'll help them. I'll use my pickup truck. I'll help pick people up.
So separate them from society so that they learn that if you want to be here, you take the safety and the efficacy of the vaccine, and if you don't, then you can be over here and you can make license plates and build hills.
And I'll make sure to hold on to their possessions for them. I'll make sure to go to their house, and I'll,
right.
So we'll be able, so it'll all be good.
And if we separate families, then that's, we'll deal with that with our. We have a great social team that goes out and actually visits these families and makes sure that they're fine once the father or mother's been removed.
Norm, does anybody even like their family anymore? I mean, think about Thanksgiving. You sit there, you're just yelling at each other.
I've been in this room for
8
8 weeks now. 8 weeks in this room. Yard guard and me. That's who's here. So no, I do. I'm not going to deal with my family right now. They probably. Well, we know for sure that they're disease carriers. It's just whether or not I catch it.
Yeah, this comedian Patton Oswalt, his wife recently died, so his family's a little.
And what a terrible story too. I mean. He told her, hey, tomorrow, why don't you sleep in as long as you can? I'm going to take the kid to school. You just sleep in, because she was on, I was going to say ivermectin. She shows you what's on my mind.
No,
she was on fentanyl and Adderall and Xanax. Okay, that's what was found in her system. Those three things. So he told her, why don't you just sleep all day? I'm worried about you. Just sleep. I'll take the. So he woke up. He takes the daughter to school. Does all the things, comes home, brings her a coffee, leaves it on her bedside table. It wasn't until much later in the day when he realized that she wasn't breathing. And it's just a really, really sad story that she just swallowed all those pills. You'd think somebody would know not to mix those three, Adderall and Xanax alone. Not smart. Mix that with some fentanyl, probably crushed up and put in a glass of water. I'm guessing that's how she drank it. She probably was like, anyway, amazing that sad story. He's now a single father. And did you ever hear about the paper that he found of his wife who predicted the Trump presidency? And it was
I've heard a little bit about it. It was very touching and very
typed on a piece of paper, and he found it in a drawer, and then he posted it on Twitter. Look what my wife wrote 8 years ago, and now she's dead. And it was like a prediction. Really, as amazing that his wife predicted that before she died.
She's smart. She knew it. Maybe she predicted it from well, there is no heaven, but you know what I mean.
Right.
Okay. But comedian and actor Patton Oswalt canceled his upcoming tour dates in Florida and Salt Lake City because the venues would not comply with his request that attendees either show full proof of vaccination or a negative COVID-19 test. Oswalt told his fans on Instagram video that he made the request to protect people coming to us. So Patton Oswalt live, who's ready to laugh.
So caring.
He's one of the most caring. We need more brave comedians like him, because a lot of these comedians are not really brave enough, in my opinion. But from one comedian to the next, guys, we got to talk about our man, Joe. We got to talk about my hero, Joe Biden, is being so funny. And I love this because, you know, the right, they always thought, oh, Donald Trump is so funny. He can say jokes. Mm-hmm. Joe Biden is a real comedian. Listen to what Joe Biden said. He's hilarious. He said, I sleep with a teachers union member every night. Biden makes off-color joke about Jill at labor event and takes dig at Trump for boasting about the stock market. Look at him. Look at Joe being so cute and goofy. President Joe Biden marked a belated Labor Day at the White House Wednesday by speaking about how intimately he knew unions. By the way, of course, I sleep with an NEA member every night, Biden told the crowd gathered in the East Room. Same one, he added it as attendees applauded. As a teacher, First Lady Jill Biden belongs to the National Education Association labor union. Jill and I had her first day of full-time teaching yesterday. This year, back to school, Biden also added. So isn't that cute? He's so funny and goofy. But
He's the
Trump,
best.
You know, he liked to grab him by the whatever. At least Joe Biden, when he does it, he grabs his wife's. You know what I mean? You know, he's grabbing his wife's.
Right, that's allowed. Not just some random person. Should be in prison. No. When are they going to put Trump in prison? I'm getting pissed. Should be. It's. What are we waiting for?
It's getting closer.
You know how many crimes the guy's committed?
Well,
thousands.
we have to get Ron DeSantis in jail. We have to get Jim Jordan in jail.
You didn't say his name right. It's DeSantis.
Satan, but we know Satan is. You know, we all worship him. So you know, I don't want to give.
Well, he brought light to the world.
Yeah, I don't want to give him that cool of a name. But on top of that, guys, now listen. The White House, Joe, clarified now. A lot of people are complaining. I know at the grocery store they've noticed, you know, over a 50% increase on their grocery bill, and you know, and it's clear the White House knows why. White House blames the beef, pork, and poultry industry for 50% of grocery stores' price rises and announces crackdown on meat packing pandemic profiteering. So, if you guys think about it, even though everything's gone up, let me show you a little clip right here. It's really not the White House's fault that basically inflation's happening. Because it's just, if you listen here, it is just the, it's just a few items of protein causing it to be inflated. So here, let me show you this. Let me show.
We have two special guests, Secretary of Agriculture Tom Vilsack and National Economic Council Director Brian.
I love her.
Let me go to Tom. I love Jen Psaki. She's
and Secretary
so beautiful.
Vilsack will discuss.
I'll be brief and just provide a little bit of market context, and then let Secretary Vilsack really get into the steps we're taking as an administration. But as Jen said, the context here is the focus, the appropriate focus on the question of grocery prices and the increase in grocery prices that we have seen recently over the last couple of months. And if we unpack that, one of the interesting findings of the report that we put out today is that about half of the overall increase in grocery prices can be attributed to a significant increase in prices in three products: in beef, in pork, and in poultry. And in beef,
which Bill Gates luckily sells a plant-based option, you know, because we got to get rid of this. I mean, look at this, all this beef, chicken, and poultry. That's why our grocery store bill is so high. So here, let's keep listening to a solution.
In pork, we've seen double-digit increases in prices over the last.
Let's hear that again. Let's hear that again about how much the pork has increased.
In pork and in poultry, and in beef and in pork, we've seen double-digit increases in prices. Over
double-digit increases in prices.
Months.
It's quite a bit.
In fact, if you look at the category that is grocery prices, what economists call food at home, so food that is being purchased to eat at home, in a number of areas we've seen, if you take out those three categories, we've actually seen price increases that are more in line with historical norms.
Makes sense.
And we've seen some categories, for example, fresh fruits and vegetables prices have actually declined since the end of last year.
Which is good.
And if you look at a category of prices like eggs, obviously a similar similar supply chains, similar input and feed costs to poultry, the price of eggs has actually come down over the last couple of months. The real drivers in these three areas, these three proteins.
So if you listen to him, it's not that big a deal that, our groceries are nearly doubled in prices. I mean, that's not that big a deal.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just in line with normal inflation if you take away the actual poultry, chicken, and the pork and beef, but not that many people buy anything. I don't think many people buy those three things, do they, at the grocery store?
No, not so much. They're not good for you.
I don't think they're popular items. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't grocery shop. I only order on DoorDash.
Well, your housekeeper does all the shopping for you.
Exactly. I would never go to a grocery
not
store.
Margarita anymore, and certainly not Maria Valdez.
No.
Rest in peace.
Yes.
No, R.I.P. And I don't even want to talk about Rosalita right now.
I forgot about Rosalita. Wow, how's her daughter doing?
Her daughter's doing even worse. Her daughter R.I.P. I don't even want to talk. No. Marionetta, I don't want to talk about her right now. Maria, I lost somebody that was so good at cleaning. She didn't even need to use products. She would say elbow grease, Mr. Stein. I go, what's your secret, Maria? How are you so good at cleaning? And I would say, what products you use? She would say, no products, elbow grease.
Careful there.
Elbow grease.
Careful there. You're doing the voice.
That's what she would say, and that's what she would say. And she was so strong. Her back was she was about 300 pounds, and her back had so much power when she could get all the dirt off with her. I mean, she had so much elbow grease, and she would say it all the time. Mr. Stein, my elbow grease is so good, and my elbow grease is better than any cleaning supply. And I would just, oh my God, just breaks my heart. But she died of diabetes, so that wasn't COVID. But her mom is COVID, yes, Delta variant, and she's not doing well.
99% Delta right now.
Oh, it's absolutely terrible. Okay, and so this is for my last one, because a lot of people do not believe that systemic racism exists, but well, I'm really having trouble breathing, guys, which is fine. This is normal. This is how you feel, but
yeah, just keep it on.
For some reason, I feel like I'm gonna nauseous, like I'm gonna vomit all over myself. But I think that's normal. How I normally feel.
That's normal. Just keep the mask on though.
Oh man, I just don't.
Safety first.
I'm fine.
It's safety first, though.
My ears.
Is anybody else coming in the house in the next 2 days?
Well, then the housekeepers, but they're fully vaccinated. Yeah, okay,
keep it on.
The footage that shames Louisiana State's police, how officers routinely buried video evidence of racially motivated attacks on black suspects, rubber stamped the reports, and gave a wink and a nod to the violence. On at least a dozen cases over the past decade, Louisiana State police troopers or their bosses ignored or concealed evidence of beatings, deflected blame, and impeded efforts to root out misconduct. That's according to a review of internal investigation records, newly obtained videos by the Associated Press. And so we can watch these videos. They're actually quite graphic and violent of like these altercations. But I just want to say we have to defund the police, because as soon as we defund the police,
racist.
Yeah,
racist.
We have to defund it, because this is just proof that the entire police force, if one police officer is racist, the entire police force is racist. Because look at this. We have Duante Wright, who was, listen to this video shooting.
Baby, lock the door and turn.
Sorry?
I like that song, but this is one of the last articles I'm going to show. And this is a racist thing. Video shows Duante Wright posing with a gun in a woman's bathroom on the night he threatened and robbed her of $820, 16 months before he was killed by a cop during traffic stop. I can't believe that cop would kill this good kid. Dante Wright, the 20-year-old who was shot and killed by a Minnesota police officer in April, recorded a video of himself playing with a gun in a woman's bathroom just before he's alleged to have robbed her in December 2019.
Alleged.
So alleged. So, I mean, I just don't know why some officer would feel threatened by this. I mean, I don't know why she would feel threatened by this guy. I mean,
clearly it's a fake gun.
It's obviously a fake gun, but obviously I don't know why. This guy's a really good person. I mean, it's very clear.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, you just look at if we go here to the footage.
I know what the cops just looked at. They just looked at one thing before they did what they did.
This is his footage of him hanging out and relaxing, all cool. And a lot of people don't think it's cool to, and obviously we're anti-gun, but he lives in a lot tougher neighborhood than us.
Well, I'm not. Let's be careful though. I'm anti-gun for citizens, but not for the government and for the police. Well, I do want to defund the police, but the new ones, they're gonna have to have guns. And
the military needs guns.
Military,
of course.
right? Exactly. So just making sure we're not meaning get rid of them altogether.
And we need the military to enforce the vaccine mandates because a lot of these people
with guns.
Follow. So look at him.
Yeah, it's fake gun.
He looks like a really good kid.
Yeah.
And he's in a women's restroom. And I'll be honest, guys, I use the women's restroom all the time because they're typically cleaner. But I'm transitioning, so that's fine.
Well, use whatever bathroom you want.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I've used a lot of both, guys, and I'm telling you, he knows what he's doing because the women's restroom is so much nicer always. You know what I mean? It's just so this guy's a good kid. I mean, he likes to play around with guns. I mean, I'll be honest. I used to have an ex-girlfriend that, she when we make love, she had to point a gun at me, and I had to fake cry, but I actually really cried. But that's between you. Are we live right now?
Yeah, we're still on the show.
Are we still live? Oh, okay. I forget. Sorry, we're talking about Duante, right? Sorry, guys.
Move it along, though. Move it along. You're gonna end up without a job.
I'm just so faint. I'm okay, but that's enough for me. I can't. So these people are racist. Yes. The cops are racist. We got to defund the police. That's
defund
my last key story. Defund the police. Let me just kind of catch my breath. I'm going to just kind of rest
keep the mask on, though, is all I'm saying. I
know, but I'm just going to kind of lie my head down on the desk for just 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right, we'll allow that, but just make sure you keep the mask on. I'm afraid he's going to take it off. Baller Dave. That's what's worrying me. Let's go to sports.
I don't know, man.
Sports coming right up here.
Oh, we have our sports reporters.
Uh-oh, wait, maybe we don't. What happened to it? Let's go to sports. There we go. I knew we had it right. And welcome, sports.
All right, folks, it's time for sports. Let's start with tennis. Nick Kyrgios goes off about towels during the U.S. Open. Kyrgios bickered with chair umpire Carlos Fernandez about having to walk his towel through the corners of the court because of COVID protocols instead of throwing it where he wanted to. Kyrgios called it a fucking joke, Mike, that he had to walk an extra 20 steps to put his towel away. It's part of the game, the umpire told Kyrgios. It's not part of the game. So texting someone's part of the game? Taking 20-minute bathroom breaks is part of the game? That is part of the game? Everything's part of the game? I didn't think of shit. Is that part of the game? That's fucking stupid. I'm one of the players on tour that is fully vaccinated. And as of now, I'm being treated like I'm not vaccinated. All right, let's move on to golf. At the BMW Championship, Bryson DeChambeau yells, "Get the fuck out," at a fan. While walking toward the tunnel near the 18th hole, a spectator shouted, "Great job, Brooksy," referencing DeChambeau's longtime feud with Brooks Koepka. I think I said that right. Yeah, I totally said that right. Bryson DeChambeau lost his cool. "You know what? Get the fuck out," he yelled. According to ESPN, DeChambeau had rage in his eyes.
If we're gonna have these conversations about mental health and athletes, are we gonna decide that it's okay to heckle and belittle athletes if they're not particularly likable? And if it's not just Simone Biles, if it's not Naomi Osaka, what if it's Bryson DeChambeau? What if it's Kyrie Irving? Can we heckle those kind of athletes because they don't come off cross as likable as someone? I don't know. It's an interesting, thought experiment.
Moving on to baseball. Javier Baez gives fans a thumbs down, apologizes for the thumbs down, and then loses his earrings. On Sunday, during the game between the Mets and the Washington Nationals, as Javier Baez touched home plate after a home run, he celebrated with a double thumbs down gesture. Francisco Lindor, Javier Baez, and Kevin Pillar were among those Mets players that flashed thumbs downs during their hits on Sunday. Tuesday's game, though, Baez was booed when he entered as a pinch hitter during the 8th inning. Fans in a sparse crowd stood and turned down their thumbs while he batted, jeering him until he was hit by a 2-2 pitch in the shin and walked to first. When asked why Javier Baez would boo his fans, he replied, "To let them know that when we don't get success, we're going to get booed. So they're going to get booed as well when we get success. It's just the boos that we get. We're not machines. We're going to struggle. We're going to struggle 7 times out of 10. It just feels bad. When I strike out and get booed, it doesn't really get to me. But I want to let them know that when we have success, we're going to do the same thing and let them know how it feels. I love the fans, but if they're going to do that, they're just putting more pressure on the team, and that's not what we want. Mets team president Sandy Anderson said the thumbs down gesture is totally unacceptable and will not be tolerated. Owner Steve Cohen says, I miss the days when the biggest controversy was the black jerseys. I didn't say the fans are bad. I love the fans. But I just felt like we were alone, Baez says. Lindor heard some boos prior to his first place appearance on Tuesday and went 0 for 3 with a walk and a sacrifice bunt. He and Baez shared a long hug near the home plate after Baez scored the winning run. But tragically, during that same winning run, Javier Baez lost an earring, which led to a multi-person search party, including Mets president Sandy Alderson. According to a report by Anthony DiComo of MLB.com, the Mets have yet to find Baez's earring as of Wednesday afternoon, and are making painstakingly efforts to try and locate it. DiComo stated that the Mets have even deployed the services of the analytics department, which is using video to try and determine exactly where it may have fallen. All right, folks, that's it for sports. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!
That was Christopher Crumb, our dear sports announcer. Alexander, how you feeling? You might want to.
I feel okay. My nose and my mouth are bleeding pretty bad, but I think that's normal. They've been bleeding a lot lately. The last,
Do you have a monitor? Do you have a monitor you can see yourself right
now? Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. I didn't know if you wanted to be on the air right now. You might need a bathroom.
No, I feel fine.
Okay.
I feel fine. I'm just.
You can see yourself though.
Bloody.
You can. Okay. Just make sure you see.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of blood. It's not that big a deal. I mean, the cats scratch me all the time. It's not that. I mean, that's just no. Guys, come on. I mean, have y'all ever flossed your teeth? You guys are gonna have blood in your mouth. Give me a break.
Can we check in real quick on the spacewalk?
Oh please, yeah, that would be great.
I think that I need to see what's going on because it's probably gotten a lot better now.
Look, they got the cable uncoiled. Nice
work.
Yeah.
And then they'll just move this one to the other side, I guess. This is important, though. That's what I've heard. It's like the 287th spacewalk in maintenance of the ISS.
Do you know what time it started and when it's expected to end?
I believe it started about 3 hours, 45 minutes, and 27 seconds ago. And it's got about probably 3 hours, 19 minutes, and 11 seconds.
Nice.
They're so brave.
Now, see here, they're in the dark. This is the sun is on the other side of the ball at this point. So, what's that noise?
And the difference in temperature is only like 400, 450 degrees,
it's
right?
Not that bad. It's not that bad. Yeah, it's like 250 positive to 250 negative, so it's not that bad. Oh, that was a weird. I thought it was dark. Huh. Was it?
Guys, hey,
maybe they're on
the show's been good so far. The show. How long is the show? Because then I think I need to go lie down or something. Go to the.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just. Well, this is supposed to be live. Maybe I don't know what happened because it was like dark for just a split second.
Maybe it was a camera angle from the other side of the space station where it was dark.
Yeah.
Because light doesn't refract around. There's no atmosphere. So that wouldn't make perfect sense. One side of the is dark. The other side's light.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. People are complaining about wearing masks. How about this guy out in space for 8 hours wearing this helmet?
Oh, yeah. He's so much braver than us.
Yeah. So I don't understand people. Oh, my freedom, my liberty. What about the freedom and liberty of these astronauts doing this hard engineering and science work for you?
It's an honor to wear this mask. It's a privilege to wear this mask. It's a privilege to wear this mask.
And again, David and I have made a pact with ourselves to remain in these rooms, and we do twice a day yard guards. And that
it's a privilege. It's an honor. I'll wear this mask when they bury me. I hope.
I want to show you something that I thought was a good post. Whenever I see a good post, I want to bring it up for everybody. Dr. Meadow Mays Good, DOFACOG. Oh, she's a mother and breast cancer fighter and a urogynecologist, woman's health advocate. She had something great to say. Here's her daughter here. She said, my baby point blank asked a man getting into an elevator after us, why aren't you wearing a mask? He said sorry and got out of the elevator. That's my girl. We need more parents like this. We need more parents raising good quality children. Remember,
and she's a breast cancer fighter.
The mother is, yes.
You know what? I was reading some statistics on the search for the cure for cancer, and in 2020 or 2019, I think they did $200 billion in cancer research, and it's approaching $300 billion now. So I want to thank all of those CEOs of all of these research companies that are collecting all of this money, and it's amazing how much that you're searching for a cure, knowing that when you get that cure, all of that money disappears. So I hats off to those people that for all of the cancer research companies. They've been doing this for 40 years now. And, it's amazing that you're willing to get rid of all of that money, all of those bonuses, all of those big vacations, and, all of the money that you guys make when you find the cure, and hats off to you.
Yes. I'm just looking at this here. Somebody came back and said, that's the science, which is great. I saw this and I'm like, what is going on? Talk about the disinfo out there. WHO chief, I'm sure he's been discredited. I'll check some of these fact check sites after this, but he urges a halt to the COVID booster. Why? Does he want people to die? The head of the World Health Organization called for an extension on offering booster shots through year end, concerned about people who haven't received their first vaccine. Oh, right. Okay, I see. He wants to make sure everybody gets the first couple, and then
the booster doesn't work without the first two.
It's good point. Yes.
Right.
Okay, now I get it. I was a little worried. I thought he was
and just doubling back to my cancer research thing, because with all of the money, with the 200 billion plus that they've been doing every year, cancer used to be 1 in like 1,000. Now it's 1 in 20 back in 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and now it's like 1 in 4, 1 in 3. So we need to they need to raise more money. We need, people need to donate more to these pharmaceutical research companies.
Alexander, you all right? Just you think can he like lift the side of it to get a breath?
No,
I fainted. Sorry. Usually the cats wake me up. Thank God. Thank you, Norm. I faint all the time ever since, about a couple months ago.
What if he puts like a plastic bag over his head and then?
That's
smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. Hold on. That's really smart. I have one.
Do that.
I think I want to really put
that's probably best for you.
Smart.
Is my guess.
Get a zip tie too, or something to tighten it around your neck.
Yeah, that would be smart, because I need more protection, because now that
careful, don't take that off.
I don't want to. I know. I don't want to.
Oh man, he's a liability right now. He's gonna get everybody sick. That's the thing. He doesn't realize that if any of that gets out in the air, it goes under doors, through cracks. You know that. We know that. We've been yard guarding for as long as the earth has been spinning. How about this? A Johnson & Johnson booster shot provides a 9-fold increase in COVID-fighting antibodies.
Here, I think.
Yeah, just do it real quick and then peel it and take a breath. This way.
I want to protect myself, because now this is.
Is that sealed? I see holes in that bag. That ain't gonna cut it. The COVID gets right through that little. There's a hole in the bag.
No. I have tape.
No, I think I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's sanitary.
I think this will work. Hold on.
I'm not sure. Not sure that's sanitary at all. I did see a great story here last night, but I can't find it. That talked about you can become super.
No, I'm totally protected. I have 360 protection.
Let me see. That's
perfect.
Right. That's better. That's better. You can get super immunity. Dave, did you know that? It's possible now.
I think I have super immunity, because I feel.
No, you're immunocompromised. I don't think so. It's a vaccination after a COVID-19 infection. Oh, let me bring it over here so you can see what I'm reading. This is Fox News, so it's close to the truth, but they're way off. I mean, they're not even close. They're Trumpers, basically. Vaccination after a COVID-19 infection gives hybrid immunity to some studies, and they're actually calling it super immunity. So I don't know. I still don't want to get COVID ever, but I don't know, is it worth it to be super immune? Alexander, he might have
I think he was just a little tired. He had a long day yesterday.
He did have a long day. That's a good call. Good call.
Just let him rest.
Checking back on this. Oh, they're doing something here at the Spacewalk, and then we'll get out of the way. We've got other shows to do. There's other shows on this network. Can you see that okay? No, we'll do this one. It's easier. Where did I put it? There you go. Let's check in, because I'm sure there's some greatness going on. So now they're going to run the cable from the north end, egress it along the handrail number 27 and 37, around the multiplexer, demultiplexer, and then plug it into the new junction. With the space drill. He's just napping? He's just sleeping?
He might be dead.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Wow. I fell asleep.
Yeah, that's what,
I keep on falling asleep. I
don't want to tell you this, but that's one of the signs of
COVID,
the blahs and sleepiness.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I would get. Have you been tested today or just yesterday?
He doesn't need to get tested. He was sleepy. He's positive.
Yeah, I'm just tired. I know. I mean, it's fine. My mouth and nose bleed all the time.
I know these things now. I could do a rapid test right now. I'm thinking positive.
Maybe. I mean, I'm protected though. I mean, I'm 4 times vaccinated, so I shouldn't. I'm safe from any sort of severe.
Immunocompromised though.
I am immunocompromised, yes, because I lost my genitals in a fire. Remember that? It was
the one you lit at the church. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and so I have no testosterone, so that's why I'm immunocompromised. My body
it's actually better.
produce.
The less testosterone, the better.
Well, they say I might live longer like a lady, so but they don't know if that. Oh man, sometimes I feel like I'm just gonna fall asleep. It's crazy. But it's worth it as long as I'm protecting other people.
Yeah, it just shows you're selfless.
But in all honesty, I probably maybe should just go get tested at the urgent care clinic or the hospital here pretty soon. So maybe.
What does it hurt? The PCR test is. Tell them to turn up the cycles too. I turn it up to about 80. Then run the test and see
I've been doing this thing where,
it makes it twice as good, right?
Yeah. Sometimes it comes back positive for like AIDS and syphilis and all kinds of, but you're just trying to figure out COVID positive or negative. So just ignore the other things for now. We'll get to those once this pandemic.
You guys don't give your doctor a semen sample?
When he asks for it, yes.
That's what I'm saying. So my doctor, I go to his house, and then and he has like this kind of studio type thing. It's a doctor's office, but he has cameras because it's like a telemedicine studio. And I'm always negative, and I have to, he gives me a magazine. I sit there and I give him a semen sample, and that's how I test. And that's what everybody's doctor does. I don't like the PCR.
Have you looked him up? I would check the online database just to check his credentials. Just take a look.
What are you talking about, Javier? Why would I need to check his credentials? He's one of the nicest guys. I'm telling you, Norm. He's one of the Javier is one of the nicest guys I've ever met, and it's funny. Yeah, he did go to medical school in El Salvador, but honestly, I mean, he has license. He has a piece of paper on his wall. That's all I need to see. He is an ex-convict.
Does he Does he make you wear a mask in there?
He doesn't wear one, but he's a very handsome man. Let's just put it that way. But hey, guys, honestly, I probably do need to go see the Dr. Javier pretty soon because I'm not.
Yeah, we're pretty much done here. We were going to look at that and then just the spacewalk. I thought we were going to see a lot more work being done, but I think this must be, maybe it's their break. You think we're on lunch? We're watching their lunch hour? That must be.
They're probably having some space tacos. They like that. The Americans like the Mexican food.
And that was the smell. The smoke smell was the tacos they were making. That's why there was a smell yesterday.
That might be the Russians. Their cosmonauts. Their food is often canned, and the astronauts of the American side, their food is often in a plastic bag packaging, similar to that of.
Oh, I saw this one.
Food pouches.
I know. David's a big fan of all things science and space. I mean, who isn't? But. Dave's rather large. How about this one, Dave? Super precise clock tech wins $3 million physics breakthrough prize. Look they're talking about the spacewalk just like we are. Oh, and you saw this is coming out. I can't wait for this next week.
Wait, hold on. What won the prize? The clock? Doesn't the clock go at a different speed traveling in space?
Of course, yeah. Albert Einstein taught us this. But he won the 2022 breakthrough prize in fundamental physics because he developed an optical lattice clock, which enables precision tests of the fundamental laws of nature, which is the best thing I've ever seen. Basically,
I wish I was smart enough to understand that, but that is so smart.
So smart. Its representative said it improves timekeeping precision by a factor of 1,000. The new timepiece would lose less than 1 second if operated for 30 billion years.
We need that.
Yeah, I was going to say, think of all the advancements now. Airplanes, how much better they'll work, cruise ships.
Predicting flight times and everything when you take a long flight.
Be amazing.
You said at 30 billion years, it would be 1 second. It would keep it to 1 second.
Yeah, it'd only be 1 second lost in 30 billion years.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I have to have that watch. Where can I get that?
Because Alexander probably needs to get to the urgent care before, just to check. I'm sure it's a coincidence. And this one, we got, what's this now? Oh, they found a dog bone asteroid. This is amazing. I love when they find this kind of stuff. Scientists fetch. I love the play there from space.com.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's great. Man, the writers are just fantastic. Megan, you're amazing. Scientists fetch the best images to date of the dog bone asteroid and 2 tiny moons. If you think about it, think about a bone with 2 tiny moons next to it, Dave. You've got the bone and then the 2 tiny moons. It's really good. That's going to be great. I love this. They first spotted the space rock Cleopatra, among other such space rocks in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter in 1880. In 1880, they saw this first. The first time they saw the dog bone was 1880. But in the past few decades, scientists have realized that the main space rock sports a strange shape and 2 tiny moons. And researchers suggested that wasn't the end of the surprises from Cleopatra. No. Not the end. So a team of scientists arranged to study the space rock using the Very Large Telescope based in Chile. This is a great name of it, too. Cleopatra is truly a unique body in our solar system, says Frank. He said, science makes a lot of progress thanks to the study of weird outliers. I know, so much progress. He added, I think Cleopatra is one of those, and understand this complex multi-asteroid system can help us learn more about ours. Oh, I see what's going on here. And these are the 2 moons? Okay, I thought they were going to be close, maybe. It's a dog bone shape. And this is a picture of it. So, that's amazing. Oh, here's some more pictures. Look at these. Can you see these, David? Look at these.
Wow.
These are 11 images that were all taken between 2017 and 2019.
Of dog bone shaped asteroids.
Just one. It's just the dog bone asteroid. They used the sphere to snap a series of images of Cleopatra. Because the images were so sharp, look how sharp these are, scientists could then use them to fine-tune models of the main chunk of Cleopatra and to pinpoint how the 2 moons, Alex Helios and Cleo Selene, orbit the larger body.
Oh, sorry.
It's
let me put my mask back on. I keep on falling asleep.
Alexander, look at this right here.
Darn it.
One of the moons of the.
Slept more last night. I don't know why I don't sleep as much.
One of the.
I wish I could sleep. My sleeping schedule is way off. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. You there?
Sorry, we would let you take a nap, but we wanted to wake you for this. Look at this is the dog bone asteroid, and look at one of its moon's names is Alex Helios.
Wait, let me see. I have my goggles.
Yeah, you can see through that. Yeah. You'll be all right.
I'm having trouble seeing with the.
See Alex Helios here? Oh, you can bring it up. Here you go. Alex Helios. So that's really cool. You got a.
Oh, like the heliocentric model. That's awesome.
Yeah. And this is the dog bone asteroid flipping through space.
I feel way better after that nap. It's crazy. I feel like my nose has stopped bleeding now. It looks like my leg has just started bleeding, so that's better.
Megan, what a fine piece of writing she's done. And then, this is the one that is coming, and we'll end with this one. The Inspiration 4 are these 4 everyday people that are going to head to space in about a week and be the first regular people to orbit the Earth, the ball Earth. Dave, how excited are you?
I couldn't be more excited. Yeah, unbelievable.
It's going to be awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, that was GNN for today. Final words from Baller Dave.
Everybody just keep loving space because we will have hotels in space very, very soon. You'll be going to space. Your children will be going to space. And space is the future of humanity because if we don't, colonize another planet before this one gets destroyed, then we're out of luck.
I know I didn't want to bring this up on the show, but I'm going to go ahead and have to. You know how we feel about Richard Branson?
Best man ever.
Awesome, the best man ever.
I mean, there's nobody better. Did you hear what happened to them?
No.
They've been shut down by the FAA.
What?
Yeah, they're not allowed to fly.
I was gonna go on that flight. That was my bucket list.
Right now, you're not. Not right now, you're not. It's just, it's upsetting.
Make a wish, because I don't want to announce it on the air. I have a terminal illness. What?
I told everybody exactly what was going to happen here. I felt they needed to be much safer, and it wasn't going to be until this was totally safe that this would be allowed. But the FAA has banned Virgin Galactic launches because the one that he did the other day when he went to space and became so great and powerful. Remember his words? They made me cry, tear up and cry, when he said, when I was a child, I believed in rockets, and now here I am in a rocket, and I'm floating, something like that. It was really inspiring, and I knew that the next day there was just going to be people going to space left and right. This is what we've been waiting for. All the people who signed up to wait there for that, but nope. FAA has said that the ship carrying Branson, it went off course. It illegally flew in places it wasn't allowed to. So they've fired the pilot of the flight, and until then, they've grounded it, and there'll be nobody going to space.
Safety
right now.
They got to watch out for safety.
Yeah,
that's smart.
So, and again, I feel really bad for Branson. He's put together just a great space program. He's an innovator and a pioneer, and I feel bad for him. So come back soon. Space travel is going to be here right around the corner. It's just not right now. Alexander, get better, please.
Yeah, I feel fine. Honestly, I
You'll
just
be good.
need to probably take a nap. I just probably need to lie down for a little bit. I'm gonna
Alexander, go take advantage of the free healthy donuts. That will help you feel better. Get your blood sugar up.
I bet you didn't have one today.
I've already been there today, and Mario is the manager there on duty. I know he works through midnight, so I'd have to wait till after midnight. I gotta go lie down because I keep my. I mean, it's normal for my nose and mouth to bleed, but now that my leg is bleeding a lot, I may not be able to lie down in the bed. I might have to lie on the floor.
Blood clots are normal, though.
That's what I'm saying.
I know a couple.
It's a sign that the vaccine's working.
Yeah,
everything's working.
It'll eventually be in the insert. It'll be in the insert when they come out.
I feel fine. I just need to lie down. That's all. I mean,
Baby Truth baby shows are at 1:00 today, and join us for that. That'll be on this channel and also on the Rockfin channel. This has been Normal with GNN, the Global News Network. We've been telling you the truth for as long as the Earth has been spinning, and we'll take care of Alexander. It's just a coincidence. He's like this most times. He has that problem where he kind of passes out sometimes. We've seen it, right, Dave? We've seen it before. Tell the people at home it happens all the time.
Yes. It's normal for him.
Thank you, guys. See you next time. Peace.
All right.